Well, hello, Nextra fans. I am here in my shed. We're getting ready for tomorrow's Billy by the Bay tournament. So I figured what I would do is show you a little bit of my prep. I'm not going to show everything because some of the stuff is top secret. But what I am going to do is kind of show you what I've got going on. So let's take a peek, and I'll show you some of my rods, all my tackle that I'm going to be bringing. We're going on John's boat, and I hope we do really well. So let's take a peek. First things first. So I'm going to bring 5 rods with me, and some people go, "Oh, that's overkill. Why do you need 5 rods?" Well, I'm going to bring an extra one for Joey. I'm fighting a little bit of a head cold. I've got some allergy things going on, so bear with me on that. But I'm going to bring an extra rod for Joey, and I also wanted to bring some extra rods in case one breaks. But the main purpose is I'm going to have different weight bucktails on them for different areas that we're fishing. Some are going to be deeper, some are going to be shallower. And the other reason is I don't want to have to keep changing out everything. So I can just, let's say we're going to go fish 85 feet of water, I can switch rods, grab a 5-ounce bucktail or a 6-ounce bucktail that's already tied on, bing, bang, boom, do it. I can switch colors when I want. It's just nice. And so that's what I'm doing. So from left to right here, this is a great rod. It's the old reliable Nexus Extra Heavy. Okay. This is not what I'm going to be using for tomorrow. I haven't retied everything yet, but this was already on here. You can see there's a lot of pink shiny use. But this is the Nexus Extra Heavy. This is the Nexus Heavy Action Rod. And, you know, if you go back and look at some of our other videos, I think it was like 2 or 3 videos ago, I talked about using a little bit lighter action rod. Because I feel like you get bigger bites with less action on the bucktail. So that's going to be a rod I'm going to be using a lot tomorrow. My favorite, this is probably my favorite Fluke rod. This is the Jigging World Hybrid. I don't know if you can see that. 7-foot, extra heavy. I love that thing. It is so light. I can't find them. I found this one by accident. I just love it. I love the reel seat. I love the balance of the rod. I love the action of the rod. It's like perfect, at least for me. So if anybody out there knows where I can find a couple more hybrids, let me know. And then these other 2 here are the old reliable John Skinner rods. All these have quantums on them, and so every rod's going to get used tomorrow, no doubt about it. So it's super important to me, at least. I don't, in a tournament when you have limited time, I don't want to be screwing around, retying, doing all that extra stuff. I want to be able just to grab a rod and go. So those are the rods. I'll show you some of my prep, my tackle prep here. The table's kind of a mess. I cleaned out the bag. I'm not going to get into like super specifics of what we're going to be using, but we're going to be using probably a mix of bucktail and teaser rig and live bait. I'm going to be tying up some Captain Charles Nappy look-alike rigs for some live bait that we're going to be using. So that's that. But let me show you. I've got a ton of gulp here. I have probably, God, I don't even know, maybe 1,000 bags of gulp that are, you know, still in the packages. And I really like these containers. I use these Alpo dog containers. I'll keep them sorted by color, and then I'll show you how I dump them in and save the juice, and I've got a pretty efficient way to do this. So I'll show you real quick. Let's load up this jar of, yeah, I'm sure you know it's my favorite color by now. This is the salmon red jar. We're gonna take every single packet in from there and put it into the jar. I'll show you how I do that. So the best way to do this, I found, is to get yourself a good pair of scissors. I hate these bags, by the way. I don't care what you do. They don't reseal. They suck. Get yourself a good pair of scissors, and all I do is cut the corner of the bag, like so. I don't even cut it all the way off, and just dump it in and give it a shake and you'll get all the juice out of each bag. It's just the right way to do it. So I'll see, just kind of tip it. Oh, I'm just trying to show the camera. Tip it down, dump them in. And this is how, you know, I ended up with all this gulp juice. Really, it was just thousands of bags of gulp. Just cutting them like this, and you know, you grab a Miller High Life or whatever, and just start dumping gulp for an hour and a half. But it adds up, and you know, the juice, obviously the juice is important. What I don't do, just like everything else, I don't use like torn up gulp, overly used or dried out gulp. I don't put that back in here, but if I've only used it a couple times, then I'll put it back in. But again, you know, this is the best way to do it. Just cut open the side and dump those little guys in. And it keeps them nice. And what the other nice part is too, is when you're fishing, you can take the lid. You know, I always keep these on the floor of the boat so they're accessible. But what I'll do is take these and put my whole bucktail rig in here. And then just very lightly, just kind of screw it back, you know, just screw it back on. And then it'll recharge when we're moving to do another drift. So that's just a little tip there on that. But, where did this guy come from? Look at this. Found one of the SD cards from the GoPro camera. Huh, okay. Well, glad we found that. There's another bag. See how the juice comes out. Give it a little shaky shake. Make sure you do this outside. Don't do it in your house. Your wife or girlfriend will kill you. It stinks. So anyway, so there's that's what I'm going to bring for tomorrow. That's more than enough. I've got a whole bunch more bags to stick in here, and you can really cram those things in. I actually have 2 full jars of this color, but that's it right there. You know, go in, grab one out, seal it up. You don't have to worry about juice everywhere. Bucktails. You know, you've seen this in my last episode of my Fluke tackle. 5s and 6s in here, 3s and 4s in here. We're not going to be using anything lighter or heavier than these, so that's what I'm bringing. If we need more than this, we've got a problem. So that's going to be that for the bucktails. I've got some new line I'm going to put on. Got some. I ended up getting Power Pro. I really like the Uzuri. That's good line. My shipment from Tackle Warehouse didn't come in with my Sunline, which I was kind of pissed about because I really like the Sunline shooter for a leader. But we're going to use Seaguar instead. That's 30-pound test. I'm going big this time. A lot of times I'll use 20 or 25, but 30 is the way to go on this one. I bought a bunch more teasers. Oh, let me show you this. I really like these hollow teasers. You know, you don't see many people talk about them. I really like these things. Caught a lot of big fish on this. So I bought a couple extra. All I do is put them into a Ziploc baggie. Just dump them in. And they hold up real nice in there. And then I just put this whole thing into this box. And this box here has all of my Fluke teasers. I've got some more teasers over here. I've got hooks in there, 5/0, 4/0, 3/0. And I'll just throw all this in there. And that's my teaser box for tomorrow. So that's really it. I mean, other than that, I'm just going to rig up everything and get ready for tomorrow. I don't want to be doing this in the morning. I like the day before tackle prep in a tournament. And then we can just kind of relax, have a beer tonight, have a nice steak. I'm going to grill one out on the fire pit. And then I don't have to worry about any of this. I'll be nice and organized. I'll know where everything is for tomorrow. And, you know, we can just have our minds to start thinking about how we want to win. So, anyway, hope you like this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will talk to you soon. See ya.